Spring break is here. Well, a lot of you a lot of locals headed down south to the beach. Some of us are still working on our spring break vibe before we break out the bikinis. It all starts with what you eat. Joan Chandler promotes healthy cooking through Princess House. And so we're doing healthy chicken fajitas,
yes,
right?
Absolutely, because everybody loves chicken.
Yes.
And chicken is considered a healthy meat because most cardiologists recommend that you eat whatever swims or flies. And so chicken category is one of those categories.
Good lean protein. And of course, when you prepare it in a healthy way, that helps too, right?
Absolutely. So today, what I'm going to do is make our healthy chicken fajitas. And we're going to start out by letting everyone know that part of cooking healthy is ensuring that you're using healthy cookware.
Yes.
And we have a line of 5-ply stainless steel cookware that's called our VIDA SANA. And it has a steam valve system that allows 67.4% of the nutrients to stay in. So therefore, what you're cooking will have an end product or result that's very healthy for you. So we're going to start out with making sure our skillet is nice and hot. And I always say with our cookware, it's cookware for dummies. You really don't have to do a lot to make it work well for you.
That's good.
So
struggle in the kitchen, Joan.
Well, after today, you're going to be good.
Me.
Okay, so we have our skillet, which has been sitting here on medium-high.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is test it to see if it's now hot enough. What I'm going to do is drop a little water in. Yeah. Can you see those little bubbles moving around, the water bubbles?
I heard that sizzle, too.
Yes, absolutely. So that says our skillet is ready. Now, what is really wonderful about our cookware is that you do not have to use any oil with your protein. Most people don't realize that if you use 2 tablespoons of oil per day over the course of 1 year, that is 87,600 calories, 25 pounds. So we wonder why we were a size 6. And now we're a size 16 after we get married and we go in the kitchen and start cooking.
Yes. Well, I use a lot of oil when I cook, I feel like. So even like olive oil, which we think of as being healthier, that is still a lot of calories, though.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. So just a little bit of water.
Well,
and that was just to test the heat, right?
Absolutely. I really didn't put water in for any other purpose than to test the
heat.
pan.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You want to start off with a hot skillet. And what I'm doing is layering my chicken, which I have pre-cut into strips. And it's going to take about 4 to 5 minutes, and I have a pre-finished product because I know we don't have enough time in this segment, but I want to give everybody an idea of how easy it is.
You know, one thing I'm noticing is you're making a lot, and I know a lot of people like to cook. Of course, you might be cooking for a big family, but other people do like to meal prep and cook a lot at once, and then their meals are done for the week. This would be perfect for that.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you mentioned meal prepping because
huge now.
That is essential to cooking healthy.
Yes,
if you have prepped, coming home in about 30 minutes, you can actually have a healthy meal. And these are part of our collection, and I have actually prepped all the vegetables. So on a Sunday afternoon when you're doing absolutely nothing but reading a book or just relaxing, go in the kitchen, prep what you want for that week. And if it's only one person, you can still make chicken like I'm doing now and use it throughout the week for different recipes. So again, we're just going to let this sit for a little while, and I'm going to turn it over. And when I turn it over, even though I have not used any oil, it's going to brown.
This is amazing to me. And it's not going to stick. See, I'm thinking
it's not going to stick. It's not going to stick. So while we're waiting for that, because again, it takes about 4 to 5 minutes, I just want to show you how I've been able to prep the veggies. And one of the essential things, and you'll see that I've used multicolored peppers.
Yes.
One of the ways that we can ensure that we're adding the nutrients we need in our body is to use what we call the rainbow of vegetables, multicolored vegetables, because every vegetable produces some wonderful effect for the body. So I've already prepped all the colored vegetables.
It's a little rainbow.
Yes. And what's nice about these containers is that you can also use them to store in the refrigerator or freezer.
It's a good sturdy container.
And I also have my wheat tortillas.
Yeah.
They're all ready to go. Now let's take a look and see if we've had enough time, because what I'm going to do is turn over the chicken, and you can see, can you see that it's how it's browning?
Yeah, it's looking good.
And I'm going to just kind of turn some of this over because I want to get to the next step so that everybody can see what we're going to do. When we turn it over, I'm then going to use, and the interesting thing about this is I'm only going to use one seasoning for the entire meal.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's so easy, anybody can do it, whether you're a person that loves the kitchen or you hate the kitchen. So once we turn this over, I am going to then sprinkle some of my chicken fajita seasoning on, and the best part is yet to come, because when I sprinkle our fajita seasoning on, I'm then going to put the lid on.
We're being generous with the seasoning.
Yes, we are. We're going to use it all because of the flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, so we put the lid on, and it's set at our steam seal setting. Now what this is doing is it is allowing the steam to build up, and the steam is actually what's going to cook the chicken. So you're keeping all the flavors inside. And this will take place for just a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to put all the vegetables in. And while I'm doing that, I am available to answer any questions.
Yes. So this would be good. We're obviously cooking the chicken in it, but could you just like saute veggies in this if you wanted to? Like, what other things do you like to use this for?
Well, we also have a casserole size, which is really nice, and they come in various sizes. But if you're doing vegetables, it's really super easy. You just put your fresh vegetables in. You use just a very small amount of water. Let's say if I had 1.5 pounds of fresh vegetables, I'd use about 1/2 cup of water. And then I put my lid on. I place it on the whistle valve, put it on my range. When the whistle blows, my vegetables are done.
It even tells you when they're ready.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, like keeps you from overcooking things. Because that can happen with vegetables pretty quickly, right?
Exactly. So I'm just going to take this off because I don't want our time to run up. Can you see all that steam?
Yeah.
That was only just about, what, 2 minutes?
Quick. That was quick, yeah.
Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to layer my vegetables in.
And you cut those peppers up pretty thin?
Yes, I used a mandolin. We have a beautiful mandolin that takes only a few minutes to cut all your veggies.
Chopping veggies can get a little tedious.
Absolutely.
That mandolin really helps.
So we've put those in. And then next, I'm going to put the onions. I don't know about you, but I love onions.
I love onions. They add so much flavor.
They do. And they're so easy to put in so many different recipes. Okay, so I've got this all in here. And then the last thing that I'm going to do, we're going to have natural juices that come from the vegetables, but I am going to put just a little bit, not much, chicken broth.
Oh.
Just a little bit. And then lastly, I'm going to sprinkle the rest of the seasoning. And when I put the lid on, I'm going to let it finish cooking for about 8 to 10 minutes. The chicken will be done, and of course the vegetables will just be the proper texture. And this is what we're going to end up with. That is a delicious, healthy chicken fajita.
Oh my gosh, that looks awesome. And again, so many great colors so that we know it's good and nutritious. Joan, thank you so much. We're going to link people up here to your website so they know how they can reach out to you. Joan, you can find her online. It's princesshouse.com/jchandler. And you can also follow along at #HealthyCookingMadeEasy with Joan.
Thanks so much.
You're so